Hello everyone, and welcome to another 20 things you probably didn't know about old school RuneScape. In old school RuneScape, the rarest level 99 skill is rune crafting, with only 88,379 players achieving it. To put that in perspective, the most common skills are strength, hit points, and range, with strength coming in at number 1 with 588,820 players achieving it, compared to rune crafting's 88,000 players. Vials of water only fill 1/4 of a water skin, but you can fill an empty bucket with a vial of water, which will then fully fill a water skin. In the Lumbridge Swamp Cave, if you venom a rock slug, then it will continue dying, taking poison damage over and over forever. For all eternity. Until Wednesday when the game updates. It's a mechanic where it cannot die without using a bag of salt on it that you get from Slayer Masters. There's an interesting glitch with the Werewolf agility course in Mortania. While doing the agility course, if you equip any weapon that changes your run or walk animation, and after you climb this skull slope part of the agility course, you will go back to having a normal run and walk animation, but with whatever weapon you had equipped. You'll go back to having the normal animation after you re-equip another weapon or teleport, but it will still stay if you just leave the agility course. One of my favorite ones would probably be the giant boulder, because it looks like it kind of just clips into your head. If you go to the corporeal beast and detach your camera and look underneath, then you can see it's got an extra layer to it which has the word corp written on it. There's a couple interesting facts in Verarac. There's an NPC cleaner here, and if you dropped ashes and he happens to come by, then he'll actually sweep up the ashes that you dropped on the ground. Over in East Verarac, where the museum is, there's a person who goes to and from the dig site with a wheelbarrow to get fossils and whatnot. Usually he'll say what's up to the guards, and the guards will say nothing new here. But if you kill all of the guards just as he comes out of the museum, then you'll get some unique dialogue of him asking how the guards are going, but then realizing that they're all dead. During the quest Throne of Miscellanea, you'll need to give the princess a ring to get her to marry you. Most people just use a gold ring, but many different rings work. Some of the most expensive rings are manually excluded, but you actually can give her an Eternal Slayer ring worth 10 million gold. In the God Wars dungeon, there's a couple frozen orcs here with the word noob written in front of them. This next fact is actually pretty useful. So we all know that the follow feature isn't the best, and it's very easy to get stuck on things when turning. But if you right click and use an item in your inventory on the player that you want to follow, then your player will moonwalk around any objects that are in the way, making this kind of useful. I did this on a play recently on the way to do the Nightmare boss, which was pretty helpful because it's a pretty long walk. If you look at the shape of the group Iron Man tutorial island, then you'll see that it's in the shape of an Iron Man helmet. There are also boars on this tutorial island, which is most likely a reference to the South Park episode Make Love Not Warcraft, where they killed only boars in the starting zone Alwin Forest to level up their characters.
We can't get to a higher level because that dude doesn't let us finish quests. That's why we need to just log in and stay in the forest, killing boars. Boars? Dude, boars are only worth 2 experience points apiece.
In Xanerus, Fair Enough has a very interesting shop, where you can trade gems to her in exchange for a small amount of hit points. I'm not sure if anyone's actually ever done this before, but this extremely useful service is impossible to use after starting the Fairy Tale Part 1 quest. If you try burying Zorg bones in Jig Jig, there's a small chance that a Scourge will rise from the grave and attack you. The Crystal Crown in the Prifdin's clothes shop is worth 250 million GP and is programmed to restock once every 250 million game ticks, which is 4.8 years. What likely happened is when this was getting programmed, the quantity and the restock time got mixed up. The lowest level Inferno Completion is combat level 37 by a player known as Afsol, who also had the previous Inferno world record with the combat level 39 completion about a year ago. A half coconut is always worth exactly half of a coconut. There's a pole in the Bandit Camp that you're prevented from using if you're wearing Saradomin equipment, and a chat box pops up saying the bandits don't like your attire. In old school RuneScape, cats have a ridiculous amount of unique dialogue depending on what type of cat you grow, its hunger, happiness, location, and what you're wearing. I don't have one on me, but if you grow a wily cat, then it will talk shit to you if you're wearing a dragon chain body, saying that the dragon armor you're wearing is so last year. Anyways, if there's any more random facts that you know, leave them down in the comments. It was kind of hard to find some not very well known facts for this video, especially because I've already got 3 fact videos out on my channel and don't want to reuse any content. But I hope these ones were at least somewhat interesting, and yeah. that's about it. See ya.